a world full of enchantment, wonders, and magic.
Hi. Oh, how?
Where you are welcome to come as you are and stay to experience the magic by Pixie.
Welcome to the kingdom. We hope you enjoy your stay.
Please stand clear of the doors.
I'm just so happy. Enjoy your lurk, Tiger Beast. I'll hook at you. Hi, everybody. Happy New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's to those that are already in the future. Hi. Thank you, Tiger Beast. I appreciate it. I'm like beaming. I have to like turn this off because it's really loud in my ear. You guys. So there's obviously a lot. But I want to first start off by saying thank you for letting visitors into our kingdom. Colleen and hi Rainbow, hi Judge, hi Colleen, hi K-Pie, hi Tiger Beast. Hi. Hi. I am beyond over the moon. This headband was one of my favorite things that I ever unboxed, and I'm so happy that I was able to actually utilize it. And thank you also for watching my YouTube content. I appreciate it, Colleen. If you guys also want to be like Colleen and you want to support me on the YouTube space, that's definitely the way to do so. Hopefully we'll be able to reach 100 subscribers over there one day so that we can have our own custom URL. Pow! Hello, Cajun! Welcome to our first ever cosplay on stream where I am clearly Snow White. Hopefully you guys got that. And I'm just really excited. Like, beyond excited. Doing this cosplay was super exciting today, and it made me like reflect a lot about this year and really overall how much I'm so thankful for you guys always. When it comes down to everything that we've done on this channel this year, it wouldn't have been possible without the love and support that you all have given, whether you've been here for a short while, for a long while, from the beginning of Twitch, beginning of Mixer. Really, thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me and loving me as you do. I appreciate that, Cage. Thank you so much. I love unboxings too, Colleen. They're like one of my favorite things to rabbit hole for sure. Really, the whole thing about this cosplay that was so incredibly special that it's a way to say thank you for helping us hit over $1,000 raised for Extra Life this year to go towards the Children's Specialized Hospital in New Jersey. You guys know probably because I was a broken record for the last several months that I really love that hospital and I really love supporting them and raising funds for them. This was our second year doing it. I look forward to doing it again next year. There's a lot of things to look forward to next year. We have so much going on because we just kicked off our St. Jude fundraiser, and I'm just really, really excited. Happy New Year to you, Jeff. And I agree. This is gonna. Hi. When it comes down
Please stand
to
clear of the doors.
everything, thank you so much. Oh, hey! Thank you! I am beaming. Honestly, beyond beaming, honestly, because this is something that I was really hoping that we would be able to do. I was really hoping that we would be able to hit our goal for Extra Life and be able to do something like this, because this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, was to try to do the cosplay thing, because I really love that, and I've never been able to explore it before, and because of the amount we raised for Extra Life this year, you guys unlocked that reward. So tonight, you Mrs. That, thank you. When it comes down to all of this, I really just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for everything that you guys have done this year. Really by keeping me going, keeping me sane, and also for giving me so much more to look forward to in my life. Especially these last several months. It's been a wild roller coaster, but it's been honestly some of the best things, because it's helped me grow and it's helped me realize even more about what we can do together and all of the good that we do together. We have done so much for charity in the last 6 months, for To Write Love on Her Arms for the suicide awareness campaign that we did back in September, and for Extra Life this year overall. We've raised over, I think, $2,000 overall with even just our St. Jude fundraiser too on top of it. I almost forgot about St. Jude for a split second. So really, for 3 different charities, you guys knocked it out of the park, and I can't thank you enough for that. Doing quick math, I think it's $2,000. I might be a little off, but like it's probably more than that. And I really cannot wait to see what we do next year, what shenanigans we get into, what I might cosplay as next year, just because of, hopefully you might like this. Maybe I can dress up more often, or maybe we can have goals for that, and all of that. I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I love charity work more than so many other things I think that I do in my life. Charity has always been something that I've loved since I was little, and again, I thank my grandma for that. I love giving. I love being able to help other people, and for good reason. And the amount of crazy things that we've done over the last 3 years to continue to raise the bar and do even more for all of the charities that I love so much, that have either helped me personally or the people that I care about personally, is just amazing. And again, it goes back to the idea of, like, back at the beginning of this year, I didn't think I would see the end of this year. I didn't think that I would live that long. I thought that it would be over. And you guys helped me more than you realized, and I thank you for being there for me, whether you knew it or you didn't know it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. We're not going to get emotional. We're going to try to hold it back. I'm wearing fake lashes. I've never done this before. This is really weird. Okay, brought myself out of it. We didn't cry. We're good. We're good. Okay, bye. But yes. Honestly, like, this is probably, we're here to have me cry forever. But yeah, I look forward to many more happy tears with you guys. I look forward to many more charity fundraisers with you guys. I look forward to all the fun, little giggle fests, and whatever cosplays maybe we can do next year. Maybe there's ideas that we can do. And there's a lot of stuff that I still thank you. This is my first time applying them, and I didn't know what I was doing. I watched like one tutorial And I was like, I can do it. I think I can do it. I did it. My second. You're right. You're right. The White Bread Queen is definitely my first cosplay of the year. Wow. You were a flawless piece of white bread. I mean, you're not wrong. Maleficent too. Maleficent, I think, is like would be really fun if I could find the headpiece because I know it was at the Disney store at one point. I'm really glad I didn't glue my eyelids together too. That was a real fear. That was a real fear. I was like, so what if I show up to this stream and I just can't open my eyes? Does it still look glamorous to you guys? Is it good enough? I think they're shooting off fireworks, by the way. Don't be alarmed. But I think they're shooting off fireworks. I can open my eyes. We're good. All right. So, just as a reminder to you guys, we are raising funds for St. Jude from now through, I almost said September, through February 14th. For the links to that, you could type the exclamation point St. Jude and it should pop up. If you glued your eyes together, could be have audibled a bee sting. That would have been fun, actually. Snow White Villager. I can look like my villager. Cute. Yeah, that would probably be smart, but my dog likes to fight the sleepy pills, so it's kind of pointless. I also feel like a gigantic cupcake, and I'm kind of living for it. It goes back to last. Oh, they're treats to them. Oh. So, basically what we have going on tonight is we're going to be playing a game called Kind Words. And it has lo-fi music going along with it, so lo-fi chill beats right too. So we're going to play that together. And we're going to go through it together. For those of you that don't know about Kind Words, let me pull up the thing that explains the game so I could read it properly rather than just going for it. See if it'll... The game about writing nice letters to real people. Write and receive encouraging letters in a cozy room. Create stickers and listen to chill music. We're all in this together. Sometimes all you need is a few... Cosplaying as Marshall would be a lot of fun. That would be super fun. And also, because I did say that I had a special announcement as well, I'm going to see if I can pull this up because I'm really great at what I do and I totally added the scene already to my stuff. My eyes really aren't itchy, surprisingly. Like, I'm perfectly fine. So I think that's great. This is probably going to be humongous. Tell me I deleted it. I might have deleted it. We're gonna have to download it again. Unless I put it somewhere else. I have never done fake lashes. I feel like they would be itchy. I feel like I expected them to be heavier, but they're really not that bad. And it looks really natural. It doesn't look like overwhelming. That's what I was afraid of. I'm like, I don't want to look like not myself. Even though I'm doing it for like a character. Like, and I want my eyes to be wide open and like... But like, you know... Probably not the best explanation. Exclamation? What did I just say? Found it. I knew I had it somewhere. I knew I had it. Alright. So, the thing that I'm doing in January that I'm really excited about personally, I'm also blind, so there's that. So, this might be humongous. I was right. It is humongous. So it's totally covering my face at the moment, but we are doing a specific January sub event. And I'm going to pull up the other image as well in just a second, but I'll explain it a little bit to you guys. So with this January sub event, it's going to run through all of January in terms of subs. And it's in regards to those that gift subs and those that do subscribe here at Magic by Pixie. When it comes to this event, you can receive a free pair of ears when you either A, sub at tier 3. This goes for the first 5 people that sub at tier 3 in January. And the first 5 gifters, so the first 5 people that gift 5 tier 1 subs, will get a free pair of mouse ears from me. They will be in pair of Mickey ears, so it's 1 per user. So the first 5 gifters and the first 5 tier 3 subs will receive a pair of ears from me. And it does not matter where you are in the world, you will receive your free pair of ears. Hi Kayla, Happy New Year's to you! How are you doing? I'm really, really excited about this. The details of it are going to be posted in the Discord as well in our announcements section after the stream is over to announce that, since some people are in January already. People can take advantage of this now. Thank you so much, Nix. I appreciate you. How are you doing? I'm really, really happy with this cosplay, to be quite honest. Like, I'm like beaming. But I did want to announce it to you guys first, before I put it into the Discord, before I put it on Twitter, that this is the event that we're going to run all January long. I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. And if anybody has any questions about it, just let me know. But I'm really, 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 really looking forward to this. Like I mentioned, in January, the full month of January, January 1st through the 30th, you will have the opportunity to win a free pair of ears from me. When you either A, sub at tier 3, so the first 5 people to sub at tier 3 will automatically win a pair of ears from me. And the first 5 gifters that gift 5 tier 1 subs will also receive a free pair of ears from me. So the first 5 people to sub at tier 3 and the first 5 gifters of tier 1 subs will automatically win a free pair of ears from me. And I really look forward to it. It's going to be a mystery pair of ears. Your guys are not going to know what kind of ears they're going to be until you receive them. And I'm really, really excited about that. A little Mary. Yeah, I'm really, really excited about this event. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Again, all of the details of it will go into the Discord after this is over in our announcement section. So if you're not in the Pixcord yet, I will gladly drop that into chat for you guys so you can join us over at the Pixcord. It's a really fun server, I promise. And when it comes down to this event, like I said, it runs January 1 through the 30th. So at any point, the first 5 people that sub at tier 3 or the first 5 people that gift 5 tier 1 subs will automatically win a free pair of ears from me. And I will just need your address to send them. I'm really, really excited about it. Really, really, really excited about it. I hope you guys are too. And with that, we're going to close this. Whoops, save. And we're going to drop this and we're going to move on to the other screen so we can get kind words going up. If the game audio is really loud, forgive me. There we go. All right. Just making my rounds on my NYU Twitch party. Just wanted to let you know that you're awesome. Love the Snow White costume. You are an amazing host. I don't see you the rest of the night. See you next year. Thank you for your amazing friendship. Enjoy your stream. I love you. Steven, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for stopping by on your rounds. I really appreciate that. You are so amazing. You are so kind, and I'm so grateful that I met you this year. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for stopping by. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being a part of this amazing community. I love you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. If you all sub to me at once, I'll honestly cry. Don't do it. So yeah, kind words. We're gonna play. Hopefully you guys enjoy the music. If it is at all too loud, I know Colleen, you said it's good, so I think we should be fine. We're gonna hop right into this. So this is my room. I'm gonna pick up a paper. Oh, I got a little heart. That's cute. Sometimes, like, the paper airplanes, they might be something that people send when you write things and whatnot. Let's see. Hug number 8, share the love because you are loved. Thank you, Kayla, for donating a total of 32,000 donuts so far. You drawing by Pixie on steroids. I appreciate you very much. Hug number 204, pass it on. Alright, so let's look at the view requests. Happy New Year, wherever you are. So we can talk about 2021? I'm in the UK, and I have this friend and family that are lapping up what the media tells them. They just do whatever they them. I try to seek alternative media, and I'm concerned the government ruining us. That's really tough, especially, like, I'm not in the UK personally. I know a little bit about what's going on, not very much, but I can kind of relate to that in terms of the US and what's been going on the last year specifically. This entire year has been horrible with, like, news media, I feel like even more so. So I can honestly completely understand where this person's coming from, in a sense, from the United States side, slash my own feelings about the media. I feel like, I think the thing that, the last 4 years specifically, you're right. I feel like the thing about social media specifically, especially like Facebook. I have Facebook, I barely use it, but my parents use it a lot. And they'll just see a headline on Facebook, or they'll see something from like our community pages and things like that for our town, and kind of just take people's word of mouth for fact sometimes, and don't really look into it deeper than that. And I think the hard thing is really breaking into actually explaining that there are other ways to get that information, and also to verify that that's correct. Personally, with Facebook, I haven't seen them do what like Twitter does, where they kind of fact check it. And also in recent, that's only from recent rather. It's not really like it's been like that for the last 4 years. Like Twitter just got on that, I think right before the election really took place. So Facebook doesn't care, and they've even said we're not going to fix that. Like, I think Mark Zuckerberg said that in an interview, like, that people are going to post what they're going to post, and there's no reason to alter that, and I don't think that that's right. So I'm trying to think of how I would want to respond to this person, just because I know that it's not easy. I feel like I want to say that I can relate to this. Curated. I was gonna say I'm like cursed. A cursed newsfeed really helps. Thank you so much for joining us, Midnight Queen. How are you doing, Amanda? Welcome on in. I'm like, how does a cursed newsfeed help, Judge? Thank you. Welcome to our Snow White cosplay, and as a celebration of all the things that we've done together this year. So I'm really happy. And we're going to try to write some nice letters to some good people that need a little bit of encouragement and love. I'm glad to hear that you're good. News is already cursed, you're right. Alright, let's respond. You're going to write your first letter. How exciting. I've been writing on my brother's account more than my own, so I figured I would do it with you guys this way so that we could see it all together. Remember, you can't solve everyone's problems, but you can always let people know you hear them and they're not alone. And that's a really good point too. I think the idea is that, like, I hear you, I understand you, and although I might not be able to relate to you completely or completely understand where you're coming from, especially because UK and government and the US and government, I don't know how much they really overlap in terms of sameness, considering I don't think anybody has a president like we do. But I think the biggest thing is remembering that, like, you're really not alone. That's something that I definitely learned a lot this year, specifically. Thanks to some really good people like you guys. So. Alright. Oh, and while people can't reply to your letter, they can thank you with a sticker. I think it is New Year's in the UK, because Kayla just said that, right? It's definitely New Year's there. So 2021 is upon us. Finally. Happy New Year to everybody in the future. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Let me know how 2021 is going so far. Hopefully it's a better start. I might just put this back up here. I understand where you are coming from in terms of family and friends and media, whether it be news outlets or just social media. It's not easy. And it can be incredibly frustrating. And out of 14 lines used, we still have 4 more lines. Trying to figure out how to end. Although it may feel the government is only making things worse. Because really that's what it feels like. We do have the power to make it better. And the first step is talking about it. I'm gonna say isn't helping. Yep, I don't have enough. Happy New Year. 2021 is upon us, finally. I understand where you're coming from in terms of family and friends and media, whether it be news outlets or just social media. Not easy, and it can be incredibly frustrating. Although it may feel like the government isn't helping, we do have the power to make it better. First step is talking about it. Thank you for talking about it. You are not alone. I don't know if I really want to put you are not alone. I think I might just end it as, so thank you for talking about it. Don't stop talking about it, really. I think the biggest thing about all of this stuff is that I feel like before these last 4 years, I was hesitant to talk about politics because, in complete honesty, I don't know a whole lot about it, especially with other countries. I have no idea, to be completely frank. And it wasn't until these last 4 years when Trump was elected, I had this horrible feeling. And I think, although most people don't agree with me in my current space, I have the right to say what I think is right and to try to help other people understand how certain things could be affecting other people. And I think empathy is a really big thing. And for whatever reason, a lot of people don't seem to have that. We gotta make more room. It's just proof of who actually has it. Give them a... What kind of stickers do I have? Do I have any? Is it just that one? I just have that one. We'll give you a sticker. I'll send that to you. I would like to send my letter, please. Thank you for taking the time to think about a stranger. I'll rush this right over. You can count on me to deliver this letter, but also, can I share something with you? Absolutely. It's not officially part of my job, but I can't help it. I've got this hobby. Can I tell you? I think you'll dig it. I've been making mixtapes, one song at a time. I went half the paragraph and it probably would give me more room, but for some reason I'm just so used to writing like that. So maybe the next one will do that. I discovered Soft Focus by Clark Avowed yesterday, and it's so chill. I hope you like it. Don't forget, you can click on the radio to change the music. I'll be back with another song tomorrow. And there are more letters for me to go through. And sometimes they're not really letters, sometimes they're a number of different things that people put out into the universe. So this one says, Dear soul, why are you crying? Don't you see the people who are trying? They share our pain and fear. You're like a family at hard times, sending us this happy atmosphere. For all you people are those rhymes. I gotta get used to the email format. I gotta go back to work in a couple days. I'd write as much as I could. Also, writing and grammar are not my forte. I feel like I'm really, like, annoying about grammar. It's one of those things I can't really help. Sounds really nice. And also, because we did get a sticker before, I want to show you guys that as well. Let's see if I can... Ooh, another one. Age chain, last 19, 9:35. I'm looking forward to a time when the world is healthier and safer for all of us. You and me both. You can fix me all the time, just don't expect me to understand. Fair enough. Yeah, when we decorated, we got our trouser fish. They just really like the radio and being left alone. Hopefully we'll get some more stickers throughout all of this as well. There's a bunch of different rooms and stuff now, which is also super exciting. It would be a really cool mobile game. I really love just the style of it. Indie games in general, I'm always so fascinated by like the art styles behind them. And this indie developer is really, really, really cool with their art. Like, I just really love the character a lot. Also, other thing. Doing great, keep trying. Every failed attempt. I really like the screensaver thing. It's really, really nice. Close your eyes, take big breaths and lungs. Happy 2021, everyone. I hope you have a beautiful... Hope I missed it. Was too busy breathing. You're sad, look at the moon. She's... I love this game. And it's really nice on Steam, too. I think, it's pretty inexpensive for the most part. Yeah, we'll definitely see. If anything, it's good to keep up with them. I always think so anyway. I hope you guys will have a better year than I did. Oh. On Doomsday, ever since the womb till I'm back where my brother went, that's what my tomb will say. Right above my government Zumile, either unmarked or ungraved. Oh, I missed it. Don't know what the heck that rest of that said. Love you all. Back. We can also make requests too, so that's also pretty neat. Tag number 489, pass it on. It's time to shout from the rooftops, write on a paper airplane instead of flying through everybody's rooms. Tell everyone they are beautiful, yell out your thanks, inspire us all. Kind of quote. Maybe we should give a Snow White quote, just because of who we are tonight. I think I have the perfect one. If I can find it just to make sure that I'm definitely saying it correctly, because sometimes I am very bad at that. It's something about like only you can fill the world with sunshine. Magic mirror on the wall. Let me pull it up this way. I think that might help me. Snow White quotes. Only you. There it is. Remember, you're the one. Whoops. Remember, you are the one who can fill the world with sunshine. There we go. And it's also really nice too, I want to show this too before we move forward, is that there's mental health resources within this. So if you do really need some help and guidance and resources, they do have some resources in here. Don't be afraid to ask for help. These sites have a wide range of resources to help you take care of yourself, from people to talk to breathing exercises, and there are even gamer specific resources. How cool is that? So there's Checkpoint. Take This is a really great organization. I met them at PAX 2 years ago. I love them. The mental health .gov website, the Suicide Prevention Lifeline, which is phenomenal, and Go Gentle Australia is also a really great resource as well. I also have a lot of other resources, so if you are struggling or know somebody that's struggling and needs some resources, never be afraid to reach out to me. I do have a lot of them as a counselor, so always feel free to reach out to me about it. And there's also all about the privacy and safety stuff. Your privacy is important, but so is maintaining a safe community. Our server stores the first letter of the name you gave the deer, your IP address, your messages, your save file, kindwords.json, at least that's what I call it, contains your auto-generated username and password. If you lose it, you'll have to start fresh. All messages are stored on a secure server and will not be exposed or used for any purposes outside of kind words. However, if a message indicates a possibility that a person may do harm to themselves or to others or contain harassment, we may contact relevant authorities. So they do take that seriously. It can be hard to share your problems. Sometimes the pain is unclear, and other times you don't really understand why you're upset. Go ahead and let it out. If you want to make it easy for other people to reply, consider directly asking if people have experienced something similar, talking about your gut feelings, describing your own behaviors that you don't like. And please remember, protect yourself from strangers online by not sharing information that could identify you. When responding to someone who has stated a problem, you've got options. If you really don't understand the problem, maybe you can make them feel better just by replying with a sympathy note or solidarity. If it's something you can relate to, maybe they'd like to hear how you handled it or just how you felt about it. People might not even be asking for answers, they just want to vent and be heard, and that's okay. Said it right, Jason. And they also really like to hear feedback to a Pop Cannibal. So if you decide to play this yourself, they love to hear notes and feedback. So you can always feel free to send them a letter too. And you can send them an email, or you can send them the anonymous letter through here. If you've got a comment about a letter or request that you've seen, you can also use the report button to say something about it. We're going to send this off into the world. Folding paper, preparing for takeoff. Your good vibes are now flying through the air for everyone to catch. Yeah, it's a very, very chill game. It's really, really something you can get lost in for a while. Roses are red, violets are blue. Know you are worth it, and then people love you. Love that. Hang into your old drawings and writing. You'll want it later, no matter how embarrassing or scary it feels now. Honestly, that's really true. A few weeks ago when I was trying to clean out this messy room, I had found a binder from a period of time where I was heavy about anime, specifically Naruto, back in high school. Not high school. Maybe high school? I don't remember when I started that. But I was writing fan fiction and things like that. Not like anything really gross, it was just like about the characters themselves and making my own stories out of the characters. And although like it's definitely embarrassing, it was kind of really neat to read that all back. And it's also like I kind of miss anime, but like not so much. I feel like the love for anime is definitely more with metal at this point than me. I feel like this is the perfect game to play when feeling blue. Absolutely, this is definitely a pick-me-up game. And my brother and I tend to play it together when we're both in funks, because although we're not twins, we're 17 months apart, we tend to fall into funks at the same time as each other. And for those of you that don't know, maybe my definition of a funk is just when I'm really low and very out of it, and I can't really crack a smile much or anything like that. So together we kind of help pull each other out of that. And this game for us, especially on his account, because we tend to play with his account, really does help a lot. And people in this game are all real. It's all real people. It's all real letters, and it's just really nice. It's really nice. I think I've lost or thrown away most of my personal stories. Yeah, I feel like I threw away a lot of them too, or deleted them off of my my stuff, and I'm kind of sad about it. But I'm gonna hopefully do a little bit better of saving those things. Whee! Hi, Ericode. Welcome on in. Happy New Year to you. Drink water, you thirsty hoes. Alright. Because the game said so. I hope you are doing well and that 2021 is already treating you well, because you deserve that. And welcome to our Snow White Cosplay. Didn't even need to spend donuts for that, no. It's like they knew that I was streaming. Either that or they knew I was probably dehydrated. I feel like just... Oh, look, there's the thing! Oh, I spelled it wrong. No. Well, that's out in the universe now. That look, even our paper airplane came back to us, even if it's spelled wrong, and I really want to fix it. Oh goodness. You can also make requests too. What are you worried about? Maybe someone else is too. Personally, I'm worried that next year won't be much better. I feel very hopeful that it will be, in terms of like the global health crisis. The pandemic has been outright terrifying for me personally, and for some of the people in my family that we've lost or have gotten sick from COVID, or both, I guess. It's been really difficult, and I don't want anyone else to be hurting from this or dying from this anymore. To me, it feels like it's just gone on for far too long, and I'm really hoping, especially in the United States specifically, I can't talk about other countries in terms of how they're going through this, but with New Jersey specifically, it just like so many things pain me to look at, even just for the simple things of people wearing masks. Like, it's not hard, it's a piece of cloth, like, you're gonna be fine. It builds character. And if anything, and it turns out like we were wrong about the masks in the first place. Okay, I wore a silly piece of fabric on my face for, I guess, years, possibly. I don't really know how long this might go on for. But at least I cared about other human beings to try to make a difference in that. So I think my fear is, or worried about, is that we're going to lose more people. And those specific family members even that are still in the thought that like, oh, like, can't let this, you know, change how you live, or like keep you from living, and like, I don't live in fear, you shouldn't live in fear, and things like that. I mean, yeah, same. I don't like to wear shoes at all. I think looking at 2021 realistically is the way I've looked at it personally. I can't look at it with rose-shaped glasses. COVID-19 doesn't stop on January 1st. Absolutely. I think our outlook should be better moving forward. New motivating leadership, vaccine in the wild. And at the same time, we have to worry about similar things about 2020, but I feel like just having new leadership that believes in science, that alone is like, I think, going to be helpful. And I like his idea of hopefully... Raid alert! Raid alert! Thank you so much for choosing to raid us. I appreciate it. Hello! I hope you had a wonderful stream, sticker. A shout out to you. Thank you for stopping on in and hanging out with us. And I agree with you too, Colleen. It's not about being afraid, and I think that's what some of my family members have thought. Like, oh, she doesn't leave her room, she must be terrified of the world. And it's like, I just want people to be safe, and the fact that I'm able to stay home and I'm able to find other ways to get the food that I need, or whatever the case may be, without being in contact with other people, it's not rocket science, you know? It's just, I care about other people, and I think people just try to find a way to belittle that in a way, or just try to make it seem like, oh, you're crazy, or like you're gonna be getting like cabin fever and stuff like that. It's like, I don't have cabin fever. I love being home. Some people say that you don't know what you have until it's gone. I agree. I really thought when we lost my uncle at the beginning of this pandemic because of COVID, that would have made a bigger impact on some of my family members. And I feel like it's just hasn't done that. I just completely hurt myself. It's totally fine. There's really no words. Thank you for contributing 6,996 donuts to the Drawing by Pixie and Stories challenge. I appreciate it. I'm not scared, I just don't feel like I need to make myself exposed. It's easier to stay home to make sure someone else's family stays safe. Absolutely. We have multiple parties happening on our block, and it's driving me nuts, and it's making me lose all empathy for specific people. And I get that. I think that's why, like, my neighbors are kind of all doing fireworks together right now. Specifically, one certain neighbor that I really don't like personally from personal experiences that we've had this year with them. Empathy is fake news. Isn't that sad? Compassion, empathy, like screw that. I'm inconvenienced, basically, is what people say, you know? It's like, I'm worried that people don't actually care about each other and only care about themselves and like their sake of, like, you know, doing whatever makes them happy. And I understand, like, you still want to live life and you still want to do things and you still want to make yourself happy. I just don't understand, like, does eating out every night, like in a restaurant, sitting in a restaurant with other people, putting a waiter and the whole staff really at risk just for the sake of your convenience not to eat your own food? Like, you could have always like DoorDashed it, Grubhubbed it, Postmates, or, you know, gone and picked it up, like. And that's where, like, I feel the same way, Sticker. It's just like, why though? Like, how is that affecting freedom? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And it's like, I understand you wanting to eat out. I love Chinese food. I miss going to my favorite Chinese restaurants and sitting there. I do, because I really love the staff. But I love the staff so much that I don't want to put them in harm's way. Because I can see how much that business means to them. And I would rather order from them, go pick it up, or have it delivered to me safely, rather than... See, but that's my thing though. Like, I think they call me a liberal snowflake, but in reality, it's like, you're the one getting so, like, aggressive and upset about it, where I'm just trying to, like, explain that empathy matters here. Yeah, exactly. I just don't like the person that these people are moving me into. I catch myself hoping Darwin comes knocking, and it's, like, making me sad because, sure, I can be negative or angry, but the lack of care and empathy is making me angry, and I don't like that. And that's where I think of Darwinism too, and I think of, you know, natural selection, and, like, in reality though, are they actually going to see repercussions for doing it? If they're still doing it even now, 9 months, almost 10 months into this, like, even if they did get it, like, some people are like, I don't care if it happens to me, I'll be perfectly fine. Like, I see influencers doing it, YouTubers doing it, celebrities doing it, where they're still going out, they're still partying, they're still hanging out with each other, or going to events and making things happen, and it's just like, why? If my convictions make me a liberal snowflake, watch me be a blizzard for real, though. Convictions go brrr. End of the day, Thanos was right. We need to take the 50-50 and snap some asses away. But the thing about the snap is that we also might snap away people that matter. And that actively want to make a change. The good humans. So, I don't know. What are you worried about? I'm worried about the Thanos snap. And that's where everybody matters to somebody, and I think the idea about it though is that there are repercussions bigger than just your immediate circle, right? Like, if we all decided, because we're all in different states, to go and meet up somewhere. And then we all went back to our respective homes, and then we went grocery shopping. We went to Target, or we went and, you know, hung out with other family members and things of that sort. Like, I might be asymptomatic, but I could pass that along to my best friend and she could die because she's immunocompromised. Oz has some of the lowest numbers in the world for COVID control, and it's just sticking together and being responsible for your actions to pay for everyone. And unfortunately, I really wish that we could be more like Australia in that sense, and New Zealand. New Zealand is back to normal. Yeah. Running out of bread. Yeah, exactly. That's definitely what I'm worried about. It's like I read the thing about even just there was this wedding that happened, and like I don't remember how many people were at the wedding, but there were people that didn't even go to the wedding that died from COVID because these people decided to gather for a friggin' wedding. Compare the leadership of the countries doing well compared to the countries with numbers. Yeah, it's like I think it was back over the summer, like there was even just like showing the difference between like governments and leaderships and in charge of what. It like breaks my heart to see Florida's cases, honestly, because like I think of my aunt even, that she just got her kidney a few weeks ago now, and she lives in Florida, and my cousins are not being very responsible. It could be putting her in an immense danger if they go to see her because of the actions. And it's just like, why? Like, I don't understand why it's so hard to put things on pause, dude. Like, it doesn't make sense. Ron death sentence needs to go. SW the last 2 weeks has spiked at 18, but they are track cases. And that's true. Penguin, like, I feel like a lot of governors, your governor specifically, is like, oh yeah, I completely have, because my aunt is a very key person in my life. And it boggles my mind, because if it was my mom, like, I already don't leave the house as is, but I would not, like, and nobody else in my house would either. I would figure out the whole grocery thing again, have it delivered. Like, there would be no question in my mind. There would be no, but for whatever reason, it's like sake of inconvenience. It's a privilege at this point. If you like, or you think that you're so privileged that you deserve to still go out and do things and live normally. It's not normal. It's the fact that, like, do you care or do you not care? I'm worried that people don't care anymore. I'm gonna write that. I don't even care. I do care. I'm worried that people don't care about their fellow person anymore. Maybe they never in the first place, and my eyes are open to it now. I'm worried that people don't care about their fellow person anymore, or maybe they just never did in the first place, and my eyes are just open to it now. Yes, right. You wrote a request. I will run this over to the post office to be copied and sent over. All set. It may take a little time for people to reply. They might even send you a sticker. In the meantime, maybe write someone else a letter. People don't. I was in public. Publix, rather. Public. Lady had no mask. Like, take your mouth, breathing ass out of here. Breathing ass. I like this game. It's a lot more helping than I thought. It honestly is very helpful, though. I do have a sticker. Yeah, Publix is a grocery store. I don't know if they're everywhere. I know they're definitely in Florida because that's where I've personally seen them. I feel like it's like, at this point, if you're not wearing a mask, you're an asshole. You're a mask hole. Point blank. It already kind of was, minus a small population. Like, I feel like every time that I go to visit my family in Florida, it's like New York, because majority of the people from New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania will do the whole snowbird shit, where they'll go down to Florida half of the year, and I feel like that's where majority of them are. Asshole. I don't know why the link isn't in. I thought I turned that off, but apparently I did not. Go back up. Gonna fix. Covidiot is a very good one too. I do like Covidiot. Let's see who else we could possibly write something to. It's just been announced that one of my favorite artists passed away. I'm tired. Just gonna sleep, I guess. This sucks. Not in the mood for New Year's shit. All caps when you say the man's name. Rest in peace, MF Doom. I also want people to care again. And like the genuine care, not like the fake caring that they get likes and retweets for. I have lost respect for so many people at my job. And when it comes to Zoom calls, my face is my face, and it's going to tell you exactly why you're a butthole. I'm really horrible with names, so I'm gonna look that up. Yes! MF Doom, elusive bard of hip-hop, dead at 49. British rapper, songwriter, and record producer, who is better known by a variety of stage names, but most notably MF Doom. He was born in London, moved with his family to Long Island, New York at a young age. He was only 49. Apparently died on October 31st. He died 2 months ago. Honestly, like, I can relate to that because there have been so many people that... Oh, he died today. It said 31st. Another one. Yeah. I thought about Bowie. I thought about Michael Jackson. For me personally, even like just actors, like actresses that have passed. I mean, hell, like Kobe Bryant at the beginning of this year was horrible. I feel like every year there's just some way that, like, I think that's just so wonderful, though, in a way. Like, although that they're no longer here sticker, the impact is still there. Although that they're not here with you, they're a part of you. Do not... I don't think I feel the Golden Girl is older than Sliced Bread. Is she older than Sliced Bread? I feel like I need to look that up. She is! Oh, it's a fun fact. I wonder if that's her fun fact at parties. 95, I believe. Bless her. Hey, CMC! Hello there! Welcome on in! She'll be 99 on January 17th. We're gonna have to have a party for her! Anne Frank, MLK Jr., and Barbara Walters were all in the same year. Yep, I know that. Yeah. Time is a social construct, my friend. I feel like it's one of these things where I can relate to, like, even though I don't know MF Doom personally, I have never heard of them before this moment, I can relate. When, even if it's not like an artist, but like just passing in general, like, I feel like if they matter to you, they matter to you. It doesn't matter if they're blood, it doesn't matter if they were your friend, they made an impact on your life. Every sea in Pacific Ocean is pronounced differently. Oh my god. It... Why? Honestly, words don't make sense. Like, oh, Bomb Squad, I just blew your minds. What should we write to this person? It's just been announced that one of my favorite artists passed away. I'm tired, just gonna sleep, I guess. This sucks. Not in the mood for the New Year's shit. All caps, and you say the man's name, rest in peace. Now I want to watch Doctor Who. Walt Disney World would fit inside of Canada 81,975 times. I did know that one. I would say over 81,000 times because I wouldn't remember the actual. Why do you care about Russia? Because of those? Soviet Russia, World Disney is you! Wonderful. Oh my gosh. Walt Disney World is 25,000 acres of beautiful, beautiful things. I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos earlier today. I fell down the rabbit hole of like the rides because I really just wanted to ride a number of my favorite rides. And I always love the like point of view videos of those because it just makes it feel as close as you can to that. Did you know that text messages sent by eagles bankrupted a scientific study? Did you know that text messages sent by eagles bankrupted a scientific study? We do need more parks. I would like a villain park. They've been talking about villain park. They've been talking about the extension to Animal Kingdom where we would actually have mythical creatures. They're very fun. And that's literally how I rode the new Mickey ride because I had a feeling I was not going to see it for a very long time. I was right. So, I don't know how many times I've been on that ride in that point of view. Probably way too many. So worth it. A team from the Russian Raptor Research and Conservation Network thought they had a great idea when they attached SMS text-based tracking devices to 13 step eagles. The hope was that the birds would send back valuable information about their behavior. Unfortunately, one bird flew all the way to Iran, where roaming rates are sky high. According to Smithsonian, to get an idea of the kind of money involved, the eagles sent hundreds of text messages at once, and each one cost about 77 cents. That's interesting. Yeah, I watched it because I had a feeling I was not going to see it for a very long time. And when I first saw them even give a glimpse of it at the D23 convention, I was over the moon. Just to see the little bit that they gave. And I knew it was going to be really good. I mean, it's Mickey's ride. They have to make it. Yeah, it opened on March 4th. Yeah. Yeah, that was supposed to happen March 4th, and at the end of March was supposed to be the Mulan release. It's the only ride that features Mickey, yeah. So they had to make it right. And honestly, I'm really happy with the way that they did it. Personally, I'm a really big fan of Goofy. So anything with Goofy makes my entire day. I feel like when it comes to Disney with the, like, Fab Five, I need to hug Goofy. Because Goofy, ever since I was little at the parks, has always been a staple for me. I remember this one time, I don't remember how old I was, but there was a dance party happening in Tomorrowland. And I really wanted to dance with Stitch, and Stitch chose another little girl over me. And I just kind of sat on the floor really upset. And Goofy came over to me, sat down on the floor next to me, and picked me up. And he danced with me. And I will never forget that moment. It was very special. So, from that point on, Goofy and always will be someone that I run for, even though it's against the rules. To eat the Great Movie Ride, they needed to make it great. Yeah, the Great Movie Ride was one of my staple rides, and it was very sad. My brother and I were so upset. So I knew I wasn't gonna be able to see that ride either before that closed. So I rode it through the perspectives, and that was really good. I enjoyed that. We all rode it as a family. Darkwing Duck is really cool. I dig them. All good stuff. All good stuff. I am going to take a quick break to stretch my legs before we continue writing this response out. So I will be right back. raid. Hi, Panda. Thank you so much for choosing to raid us. I appreciate that. Welcome to everybody in your community. I hope you had a lot of fun with your stream. Whoop. Give a big shout out to Panda. Thank you so much. Oh, I hope you had a really wonderful stream. I hope you had fun playing Faz. I'm Snow White. Hello! So with all of that, let's get back into this. So currently we're writing a letter to somebody that had wrote. It's just been announced that one of my favorite artists passed away. I'm tired. Sleep, I guess. Sucks. Not in the mood for the New Year's shit. All caps when you say the man's name. Rest in peace, MF Doom. And what we've written so far is losing someone is never easy. Whether you knew them personally or not, they matter to you. Always will. And I'm trying to think what else we could possibly say. I kind of want to say that I am sorry for their loss because I know losing someone, even if they are not related to you or you knew them personally, is really difficult to manage. Part of me wants to say that you're not alone. Part of me wants to say that I wish I could give them hugs. And honestly, it's okay to not be into the New Year's stuff. It's okay to just want to sleep. Or just not deal with the world at that point. So I think what we might do, or say rather, at least, is that you're not alone. We don't have to make it long, we don't have to make it short, it doesn't have to be any amount. Part of me also wants to say, like, listen to your favorite songs from those artists, because I can't think of an artist directly, but I remember someone passing. I can't remember who it was. And I feel like I listened to, like, my favorite music from them. I think it was probably Michael Jackson, to be quite honest. And it's okay to cry along with those, is kind of what I also want to say. So I might back that up. Although you may cry and although it may hurt, listen to your favorite music from them. Enjoy the moments that they gave you and will only continue to give you each time you take a listen to these songs. Kind of like with music especially, like their voice and the feeling that it gives you is immortalized forever, in a sense. I feel like there are songs that I will listen to and it takes you right back to the moment, or to a moment at least, in which that song maybe helped you through something, or whatever the case may be, really. Music is powerful. It really, really is. Add another sticker? Okay. You sent in the same sticker because it's the only sticker I have. Send it off. Thank you for taking the time to think about a stranger. I'll rush this right over. You can count on me to deliver this letter. Somebody wrote, Happy New Year, everyone. What was the best thing that happened to you in 2020? And what do you look forward to in 2021? And this is a question for you guys too. I feel like the best thing to happen to me in 2020 was having the courage to keep going. Because it gave me so many opportunities I never saw coming. And I think the thing that I look forward to in 2021 most is really, I think, the fact that we're going to be able to keep doing that even more so next year. I think about what could happen. Like this year, over the summer, I was supposed to go to a Backstreet Boys concert and, you know, live out 5-year-old Pixie's wildest dreams of going to see the Backstreet Boys. And I'm supposed to do that this upcoming summer now because they moved the tour date. And I don't know if I should be excited yet or not because of whatever may happen. My best friend is also supposed to get married. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I feel like for right now we're just gonna kind of put this on pause for. Got a letter. Someone wrote me a letter. Spirit. From A. Open my letter. I got a new sticker. Yeah, we stuck ourselves into our own game. Diva is one of the developers on the game, and they actually responded to my tweet earlier, or retweeted it rather. It was really super exciting, so that's really cool. Hi, my name is April, and I care about people. You just are surrounded by the wrong people. My husband says I care too much. My cousin had recently posted the same thing, that she puts too much effort in for people who don't care. So some people are selfish jerks. Some people are really caring. Don't think we are all the same. Hope this new year brings new people into your life that show you that some people care, worthy of receiving care from others and giving care to. Happy New Year. Good luck. I love this game. And honestly too, it's like, I understand what I said came off really harsh. It came off in the moment of what we were speaking about earlier in terms of people not caring anymore. And I really love that there's somebody out there kind of like me that says, like, their significant other says that I care too much. Metal tells me I care too much all of the time. And some people are definitely selfish jerks, and some are wonderfully caring. It's hard to remember that we're all not the same, and just because I'm caring, the next person doesn't uncaring. Whatever the opposite is, I guess. So that was a good reminder. I'm gonna say thanks with the sticker. I bet they love the sticker. I mean, I love the fact that I got a sticker. That was really cool. We got another one from N. To open it. I got another sticker. A turtle. No man is an island. This turtle is. I love the turtle. The thing is that care takes effort, energy, and emotion, which can't be sustained perpetually. Like, I love my friends and family. Hell, I love this ridiculous planet with all its googly-eyed stick bugs and incalculable amounts of diatoms and poets and space rockets. I want everything to be okay, but then also, holy crap, I need to sleep sometime. I don't know if people are good, but they are people. And people are defined by being inordinately attached to things. Just sometimes we need sleep. That's very true. There are good people and there are lost people. The true measure of a man is how he treats someone who can do him absolutely no good. From T. That's the empathy. It's hard to care about fellow humans when a lot of us can't even interact with humans in person right now. I hope that you meet some people who really care about you and about others. They're out there, and I hope you find the few you care about. Definitely have quite a few buttons, all of you. And it's true, it's hard to care, I guess, when a lot of us can't actually interact with humans the way that we would like to. I feel like this year was especially hard for me just because, for those that know me really well, I'm a hugger. I really love hugs. I love hugs so much. It's one of my favorite things. And I am Bailey, and before this new Bailey, I related to that character a lot. I love hugs. And I miss hugs. I miss giving hugs. I can't wait to hug you either. Can't wait. Look for another sticker to give them. Absolutely. That's why I think I love them so much. It just feels good. Honestly, go ahead, tackle hug me, be my guest. And cuddling is such a powerful thing. Absolutely. We have another one. Welcome to Kind Words. We didn't want your inbox to start empty, so us developers wrote you a letter. We hope that you will enjoy your time here, share, grow, and help others do this. Eva and Lou. We can definitely group hug. There is this hug that I really loved once. It was during a team building exercise when I was a resident assistant at college. I think there was 14 of us on the team. And we all held hands. And slowly but surely, we all kind of like wrapped into each other and became this gigantic hug. Essentially, we just all like squeezed really tight and everybody hugged at once. And that was one of my favorite things. It is a super spreader event. I can't wait to hug you either, Panda. Yes, everyone starts 100 feet away and then we'd run and jump. Preferably we do this on a trampoline. Can we go to trampoline park? When it's safe? I would love a trampoline park. I love trampoline parks. If ever I'm in trouble and everything seems blue, the thing I know will fix it is to go and talk to you. That's the kind of super spreader event I want to be a part of. Super spread that love. Heck yeah. The other thing is too, with the requests that are in there, you don't have to feel obligated to answer every single one that comes through the request queue. Something that developers have talked about a lot is it's okay if something that somebody else writes triggers you or makes you feel like it's hard to actually write something back. You don't have to respond to everything. And it's okay to also take time away from it as well if you feel like you need. My reason to get out of bed when it's raining to no end is knowing that tonight I'll fall asleep with my best friend. I miss that. I think the thing I look forward to the most is hopefully being reunited with Metal in person. Thinking back to that other letter that we saw earlier. Fully English hippies. They had good ideas about peace and love. Personal hygiene, though, not so much. I think you're cool for playing this. I think you're cool. My friends and I just timed Giorno's theme for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure so that the beat drop plays exactly midnight on the 1st, and it worked. And it's not even 50, and I haven't stopped laughing. Best wishes to you all. Maybe there are 3 of us now. I wish you all a great 20. Happy New Year. I hope things will get better than 20. Look into the radio. Like this. A big shout out to everyone taking the time to write and respond to requests. You are all amazing. Yes, this includes the reader of this book. I think I have one. Feeling sad, try saying bubbles in an angry voice. Enjoy the giggle fest. Bubbles. Your good vibes are now flying through the air for everyone to catch. You can't say bubbles angry though. Yeah, it's it's too, and then like without laughing, like it's impossible. Love, death, and love and birth and peace and planet Earth. Is there anything that's worth more than peace and love on planet Earth? Just bubbles, not because of your son. Asterisk. This year has sucked, but it has also been wonderful. I didn't have any friends at the beginning of the year and only had Judge to talk to. Judge reconnecting with Penguin and Beat has been wonderful. So nice to have people in my life that are caring and understanding. I appreciate you guys a lot and look forward to hanging out. I feel like I can relate to that in a sense. Not that... How do I put this? I feel like I've had friends, but the friendships I have now are vastly different, and especially the friendships that have evolved, and that's been incredibly exciting. And it's also really comforting to have people that really care and want you to succeed and want to actually legitimately just be there for you. Not just say, you're gonna be fine. It's all good. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. Like, I want you to win so fucking hard. I know, and I want you to win too. I want us all to win. Honestly, one of my favorite things. I want you to win, damn it! I don't know. It's one of those things. It's just one of those things. I feel like I have to send a hug one. I've gotten so many hugs in them. That's my number on. that flying through. I think that's another thing I'm really thankful for this year is Discord. Specifically because of my relationship with metal. Discord has helped us even more than I think in past. Discord has been my lifeline since I got onto the platform. It's just so nice. It's been nice finding a home in multiple places and feeling comfortable there. Absolutely. Oh, I'm gonna cry, Colleen. I can see it already. So happy that you're in my life. I can't put into words how much you mean to me, and I look forward to all the fun adventures in the future. I feel I have evolved into a better person because of you, and I thank you for that. 2021 will be good no matter what life throws at us. We have a great group of friends to talk to listen and to lean on each other. Correct all my grammar. I'm typing like a mad woman. I'm not crying, you're crying. I'm surprised I didn't end up crying, but I'm crying with you mentally. Is this the time I tell you to leave, JC? Colleen, I love you so incredibly much. You have been somebody that I have learned to lean on quicker than most. You're somebody that I know I can talk to about literally anything and everything. You make me snort laugh probably more than I'll ever admit. And you are just absolutely wonderful, and I love you so much. Thank you for coming into, for being a part of my life and continuing to be a part of everything that we do. Really, truly, and honestly, thank you. And Panda, I don't know if you're still here either, but like I'm gonna talk about you really quick too. The thing about me is that I feel like I've always had a lot of a more easy time making friends with dudes than chicks, like my entire life. And I think it's mostly because of the experiences that I've had with females growing up all my life, because females are horrible and or can be horrible. I won't say all of them are horrible. And they can be really catty and mean, and growing up I was really heavily bullied. And I was and have always been very hesitant to be close with females. And Mrs. Penguin too. I can say this about Mrs. Penguin too. There are such wonderful women in my life right this minute. Panda, Colleen, Beachy, it's probably other women, strong, powerful women in my life that I'm so lucky that I get to call you my friend. And actually have female friends outside of my best friend Jill. Like, if I were to actually, you know, get hitched and like actually have a big ceremony, I would actually possibly have bridesmaids. That's something that's, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go to a courthouse because I don't have enough female friends for that. So it's just, it's really nice to actually, one, have friends that are female, but also females that are strong, witty, funny, kind, and just downright wonderful. You know a DJ? I know a DJ. Bridesmaids for life! With all the nice things being said, she backed into my car today and called me bawling. Oh my god! I feel like it's always so, like, impressive to me because, like, the first car accident I got into was with the parked car. And it's just, like, as long as the car is okay, I mean, like, scratching or not, like, both cars, like, as long as they're good. Are you okay? Oh. I also have a backup camera. I just can't drive. You can chauffeur me though. Would you like to chauffeur me, Penguin? Stay-at-home order is now permanent. Ugh. Believe that you are strong and that you can do it. Because you are human and that's what we are. People can achieve anything they put their mind to. But the question is, are you willing to make the effort and sacrifices required? I like that one. Good one. She didn't even get out to look legit ugly crying. As I'm in the bathroom, I go out and she's in the car still crying. I knocked on her window and told her the damage, and she just looked at me and got mad at her car for being scratched. Oh my god. That's a very me thing to do though. Me and Colleen are literally like doppelganger kind of mentality. I guess if we did meet, like the world would just implode, right, Colleen? Ugh. Let's look into the requests. Oh, just take a moment, close your eyes, listen to music. It's also the fact that she yells at people as I drive, so I'd rather her yell at people while I drive instead of her doing it while she drives. Metal feels the same way, because I have really horrible road rage. Again, third non-moving object. First a mailbox, second a garage, now Jojo's car. What's next? I don't want to take a guess of what's next. I would say nothing, Colleen! You're done! 3 strikes, you're out! You're done. The only accidents I've been in is the one parked car that I had hit when I first started learning to drive, and the deer accident that I had in 2017. It was late at night. It was my third semester of grad school. No. Maybe? Yeah. Fall of 2017 was my third semester of grad school. And I was really, really stressed out. I had to stay late at school. I didn't start driving home until like 11. And the deer literally came out of nowhere. I was like 2 minutes away from my house. And as Snow White, I really love animals. Like, I love all of the woodland creatures. And it wasn't that I, like, hurt my car. It wasn't that, like, I got into an accident in general. I killed an animal. And I think what was more traumatizing was the fact that, like, I couldn't see it, but I knew what I did. I had pulled over and I was just hysterically crying, and my mom was, like, half asleep, wide awake at that point. And I could not stop crying. The next day my body was in so much pain from the accident itself that I had to take my car because it was definitely like messed up and I had to get it fixed. And as my mom and I were driving my car, my dad was in the truck so that we could all go home afterward. On the way to the place we get it fixed, I knew exactly where the accident happened, so I also saw the deer. And it made me cry even more because I had seen that poor innocent animal. Like, I understand it jumped out at me, but oh my god. I was a wreck for like a week. I've only been in one. I was coming to a stop and I sneezed. I let go of the brake while stopping and bumped somebody. Ended up legitimately scratching the hell out of my old car. Funny way to get in an accident. I mean, like, when it comes to sneezing, I feel like that's one of my biggest fears while driving, because either A, I'll accelerate more, or B, I'll just slam on the brake or something, is what I'm always afraid of. But it's like, I can't trust myself when I sneeze anyway, because my sneezes are chaotic sometimes. Like, Metal has been on the phone with me when I've sneezed before, like this one time. And I sneezed so hard, I slammed my keyboard with my face. And he was like... And I had sneezed a couple times after that though, but I was like, ow. And he's like, did the sneeze hurt? I'm like, no, it was me hitting my face. My sneezes can be violent. Especially like with, I don't know if it's just my family or what. No. No, we're good. Every year it feels like the world tries to fuck things up from the very beginning. But this year was a good one. The last ones just have been hard, but this one just hurts. He would just like yell. See, like with my family, I feel like we all have like a record of how many sneezes we could do in a row. In 4th grade in the middle class, I sneezed 10 times in a row to the point where the teacher was like, "Are you done?" And I was like, "I think." Most dad sneezers are definitely just yelling, you're right. I feel like that's an evolution thing at that point. Every year feels like the... I feel like the thing about this kind of mentality is I could say that, yeah, when it comes down to this year, it really royally sucked. But I could say that about a lot of years if I only look at the negative parts about it, right? And granted, this year gave us plenty of examples of negative stuff to look at. But I also try to remember all the positives, and I think it's hard to see the positives when the negatives are so loud. And that's what's difficult. A lot of my friends who I've known for a long time, I talk to, see at parties, and invite to my own. But all the time I see them having or being at parties, and I rarely feel like I get invited, feel betrayed, and they never consider me as a friend. I can relate to that one. So Judge and I were talking about dad sneezes and how dad sneezes sound just like a gigantic yell, like So, question, since you're a dad, do you yell when you sneeze? What kind of sneezing do you do? Is it just like our dads do this, or is it all dads? It's an evolution thing. And now my arms go tingly. That's fun. A neat party trick. Let's also see about the decoration stuff. Since we have new stickers now, we can decorate our room. Yeah, now in this room we have Zeba and we have the Turtle Island. Oh boy. The beautiful soul who told me that they were the coolest person ever, I believe you. I want to be your friend. You sound dope. Last country, France. Mine, United States of America. Pass it on. Last country. United States of America. My country. A. Pass it on. You basically paid to get chain letters, which I think everybody wanted to just move away from in, like, AOL is what I think of with chainmail and things like that. So I think this game is very different. Marco! Follow! This is the Honorable Office of the Nigerian Prince. For your deliverance of the Monies Fund. Ugh. 84 hugs, pass it on. By the way, Happy New Year, everybody. I'm gonna put this out as the universe because I'm just curious. Like, what made you smile this year? I feel like not a lot of people did focus on the negatives, thinking back to that other letter. Although this year was tough, so for so many of us that still are here. I might write that. What made you smile in 2020? What do you look forward to in 2020? Just to see what kind of responses that we get, because I'm kind of curious about it. Sometimes I put that into the universe too, just so that sometimes hearing other people's stuff can also help a lot. It kind of gives you perspective. It might take a little bit of time for people to reply. They may even send you a sticker. In the meantime, maybe write someone else a letter. Yeah, and I'm assuming she probably went to, yep, I did this before. Yep. And I'm assuming she probably went to December 31st, 2021. Yeah. Why do British game shows slap so hard? That's a good question. She went backwards yet forwards. Funny how that works, huh? Thank you for responding. Yeah, when it comes to time hopping, you really have to pay attention to literally every piece of that. Hug 45, pass it on. So what do you guys think about this game? Do you like it? Do you wish it had something different to it? I personally really love it just because it definitely gives a lot of smiles, at least in my personal feeling. It may sometimes feel like you have nothing at all, but out there are people who can only dream of fresh air, blue skies, green grass, stars, or taste food. Fave ice cream chain. Last was mint chocolate chip. Mine was cookies and cream. Okay. I'm gonna take a picture of this because I'm totally gonna miss. It's very calming. It's also just really fun, I think. sometimes we don't expect like the games that are kind of a little bit more serious to be fun, but it's definitely very, very fun. Cookies and cream. Mine, cookie dough. Love cookie dough. Chocolate chip cookie dough, actually. Let's make it more specific. Chocolate chip cookie dough. So good. Love it. Alright. Send it off. I really like it. Very chill, and it's something I'd enjoy to see more. Brings conversations and hit the way it needs. Absolutely. Plus, like I said, it's pretty inexpensive on Steam, and I honestly always think that indie games are always pretty much really worth it. There's another game that I want to do with you guys in the new year, called Coffee Talk, and that's a really cool indie game, so maybe we can do that. We also have a lot of things going on in the new year, so a lot of new games, a lot of exciting things. Obviously, we're going to still do Animal Crossing, but I do want to bring some more indie games onto our channel. I also definitely want to do this every once in a while because I really love this game and I want to showcase it more. Art is the best outlet out there by making or consuming it. If you are reading this, then you have power and internet. So yes, it could be much worse than your... Yeah. I thought this would be a really great way to end the year personally. So I was really excited that you guys did want this game played. There was a lot of other games that we could have done. We could have done Among Us. We could have done some more Animal Crossing. Or Mario Kart. Mario Kart, as you know, Snow White would have been super fun, right? Working on a graphic novel for young audiences about a boy who has chronic illness and may die. Throughout the book, he learns to express his concerns, his grief, and his love to the people in his life, including his... What do you wish you had learned about this? What do you wish you had learned? That's really tough. I feel like when it comes down to those that have illness, it's really, really tough. Because the reality behind it is they might die. Like, my best friend has a chronic illness. It's terrifying. So the idea behind all of it is just like really not taking this life for granted, and also helping those around you that do need that help. And sometimes it's not directly by any means, it's just being there and supporting them and knowing that you are there for them through highs and lows. It doesn't need to be crazy, it just needs to... That would be a really cool graphic novel though. I think one of my favorite things too is decorating the rooms with all the stickers that you get. Happy New Year. Here's a hug, you deserve it. I'm not gonna do the age chain. But it's really cool too that like there are so many ranges of people on this, because I've seen the age chains before. Honestly, I think it's really wonderful. It's one of my favorite games, indie game wise, that I've played, and I thank my brother for showing it to me in the first place. Initially when I was doing the Real Talk Tuesdays way back on Mixer, I had contemplated even just making this part of the Real Talk Tuesdays, and I feel like in general it doesn't have to necessarily even be specific. It could be any day, especially on really tough days. Like, if you put something out into the universe, it really does help with the responses that you get, and sometimes even just talking to other people or helping other people can really pull you out of that. So responding to somebody else can really pull you in a better direction. Absolutely. I agree, Judge. If today wasn't that great, I hope you have a better cozy tomorrow. I look forward to a cozy tomorrow. I also look forward to a cozy tomorrow with you guys on Animal Crossing. And again, after this over, I'm probably going to hop on Animal Crossing. I know, Colleen, you had mentioned that you wanted to bring in the new year with me on Animal Crossing. Anybody else that would like to do the same with me on Pixie Land, I will be opening up my island. So I will definitely put the Dodo code into Discord. You can feel free to join us over that. Awesome thing. Also considering completely changing my island again. So that's gonna be probably tomorrow's conversation. And y'all are gonna kill me. I am a real person and I care about you wherever you are. $65, send 66. 66, then 67. Honestly, that would be cool. The idea that I had about changing my island was brought on by a YouTube content creator that I really love. You guys probably have seen me post his videos in our Discord. Mayor Maori, he is a treasure. I love his content very, very much. And he has a GameCube inspired island. So it reminds him, or kind of gives off the feeling of the GameCube version of the island. Not that I want my island to reflect what the town looked like then. Only a few more hours now for us to say goodbye to one cursed year. Luckily, we are determined to make this 1 ours. Good luck to everyone. I don't want to make it exactly like what the 2021 version, 2001 GameCube Island town looked like. Oh look, there's my thing! Oh look, that's me. All of my paper airplanes. Oh, we got mail. Someone wrote me a letter. Open it up. I got a mug! I love mugs! That's cute! What made you smile in 2020? I smiled because I got a step closer to my dreams. I look forward to getting even closer this year and towards losing more weight for that person. This year, I'm trying to be a little bit more healthier in my habits. I have definitely eaten a lot of my feelings this year. So I'm not really focused on the weight per se. but just feeling better about myself and being in my own skin. I feel very beautiful right now. I exude that, I'm sure. But I want to feel happy like this all of the time. So I want to keep that going. And I really like that they also said they got a step closer to the feel like I had this. I want to say thanks with this. I like the turtle one a lot. The turtles. Is there any more? Not yet. Alright. Back. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna take a quick break and stretch my legs. I will be right back. Alrighty, and we are back at it. Let's keep going. Let's see what's in this paper airplane. The joy we feel has little to do lives. Do with the focus. Vessel M. How are we all doing out there? Happy New Year to all of those in those time zones. For those like me, the Eastern time zone, we still have a little over 2 hours. 2 hours and 45 minutes ish. For the age chain, 30, 18. A lot of people, no matter what your age. Trying to clean up your island, have fun with that. Again, going back to the island thing, so what I was thinking about with my island was kind of making it into 3 tiers. So the first level, second level, the third level, but kind of having it where it kind of builds up to that. So when you first get to the island, there will be the first level that's kind of just there. Then there will be an incline going up to the second level at some point. I feel like the second level will be where all my villagers' houses are, making that like a village. And the top level would be my level, because I'm a princess. So I'm kind of thinking about it that way. So like the very back of the island would be the most high up part of my island. I'm thinking about it that way. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to keep that or not, because I do like a lot of the stuff that we have done so far, but not sure. When I go out in public, I sometimes wonder what the person I'm looking at life is like. Their joys, their pains, and love. Makes me feel connected again. I do this when I feel alone. I tend to do the same thing when I'm out in public. I don't know if you guys are like that, but when I am out in public, when the rarity of that happens, I feel like I love to people watch a lot, and people watching kind of makes me feel like I create stories for other people. That's probably vastly, completely incorrect to what their actual lives are like. Disney for people watching is superb. Especially with little kids involved. I don't know why, but I love it so much. It's so great. People watching is like an addiction in itself. I can't help it. I want to love you. Enjoy your lurk, Panda. Don't let Hook get ya. Can't know if next year will be good, but we do know that it will be better. That's a good way to look at it. I enjoy watching foreign people as they don't know how to handle the Florida heat and they wear tank tops and look like lobsters. I could agree with that one. Yeah, they are. I was just thinking. I appreciate it. Love you, Panda. It's definitely one of the more fun things, absolutely. I also feel like the thing about some of those that come from other countries to Disney World is that some of them travel by themselves. There was one girl I remember meeting when my best friend and I went in 2016 to Disney World. She was traveled by herself. She was in Disney for like 2 weeks already at that point. Yeah. That was really weird. Oh, I know why. Interesting. The guy from Ireland saying, oh, and tomorrow we're gonna try and visit the Empire State Building. Yes. You are in an angle. I know it's meant to be Angel, but I couldn't help it. I don't know, I find I'm an obtuse angle. Oh, look, it's me. Not a cute one. I'm a cute one, though. Oh, look, there's me again. Follow. Marco, follow. Math jokes. Math jokes for days. 2020 is out of here. Woo! I guess Ric Flair plays this game too. I just want you to know that I love you. You want to have fun? Go to Yelp for reviews for items, filter by 1 star, and then read the reviews verbatim. That horrible grammar and spelling makes it hysterical. We should probably do that. That could be a fun night, honestly, in itself. My cousin used to work for Yelp, and like those reviews would kill him. It's me again. If you ever feel worthless, just remember you're the reason why someone is smiling right now. Stay safe. Oh. I do that on Google for places we visit. It's a good time. I should try that with metal the next time we do something. I think that's something that's really hard to remember when times where you're really down. It's like the impact that you have on other people is holy crap. Oh my god, thank you so much, Dunks, for gifting 10 tier 1 subs. Oh my gosh. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I definitely need water after that one. My goodness. Thank you so much, Dunks. No, you're totally fine, dude. And now we sing 10 times. I mean, we could. We technically could, but I think we're gonna sing once. And we're gonna thank Dunk specifically for gifting those 10 subbies to Bitter Banshee, Dino Sorceress, Lex, Laser, Sticker, Phoenix, Bacon Bits, Fishy One, Violet Phosphate, Thunder Gods. Think I got everybody. 3 for each biscuit. 3.5, so only finished the song halfway through. But Dunks, thank you so much for gifting those subbies to all of our friends. And for doing so, we will sing the special song. This goes out to all of our new dreamers. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight. We'll make a wish and dare to do as dreamers do, and all of our wishes will come true. Thank you for being a part of making my dreams come true, and thank you for all those gifted subs, Dunks. Yay! And I don't know, since it's not technically January in our time zone yet, it's technically January for other places. So should we count it? I'm sure Dunks has no idea what I'm talking about. But for those that did miss the announcement, I might just do it again while these paper airplanes are flying through. So earlier, I'm going to switch screens really quick just to show it. We have an event happening. He wants a pair. We have an event happening in January called our January sub event. And this is an event that I'm really excited about personally because I've been looking forward to this for a little while now. In the month of January, from January 1st through the 30th, you can receive a free pair of ears when you either A, sub at tier 3, so the first 5 people to sub at tier 3 will automatically get a pair of ears, or those that gift 5 tier 1 subs, so the first 5 people to gift 5 subs or more, effectively with Dunks, you will also automatically get a free pair of ears from me. And it's a mystery pair of ears. You're not going to know what you're going to get, but you will receive them. So Dunks, because you technically are the first, because in other time zones it's definitely January right now. Would you like to be our first person that wins a free pair of ears to kick off our event? It's also 1 pair of Mickey ears per person. You cannot combine the options. So if you try to do the 5 tier 1 subs and subbing at tier 3, you would only still get 1 pair of ears. Just FYI for those that might ask. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. That was something that we announced at the beginning of the stream, and that will also be going into the announcement channel after this is over. So, yeah. Still excited. Back to the game. Your game for some ears. Okay, well, Dunks, you are the first person for that. So I will write that down. So you will get a mystery pair of ears. All you'll need to do, Dunks, is send me a place to send the ears. So when you get the chance, send me a DM of an address to send it to. And in the month of January, you will get your pair of ears. Awesome stuff. Thank you so much for gifting those subs. I appreciate it. I wish you and your family a happy new year. Feliz año nuevo. Espero que tengas una gran noche y un gran 2021. Happy New Year. I'm always bad at okay. Have a great night and and happy New Year. Grand New Year. Great. For those that are just joining us and may have missed what this game is all about, this is Kind Words. Kind Words is an amazing game all about mental health and really helping one another out. All of the people that are sending paper airplanes, notes to each other and things like that are all real people behind it. So it's really, really nice, honestly, and very kind. You survived 2020, you are a superstar. You don't have to be anything except we're gonna check through the requests as well to see. Tell me about one or all of your pets. My puppo's name is Princess. She is a wild 11-year-old Ishpu. I'm gonna count poodle mix. She just turned 11 on December 18th, but if you met her IRL, you would expect her to be a 2-year-old. Welcome to my kingdom, Jack Attack. I hope you enjoy your stay. How is your day? And how's your new year going? Just got some food and chilling with the family. Nice! What kind of food did you get? I always love to know food. Tell me about food. Sending off. Oh, wait, no, not yet. I want to add a sticker. We're gonna give them a mug. Oh, we also have to add the mug to our room. I forgot. I know, right? It's alarming. I like food. Alright, let's go back for a second. I want to decorate our room. Oop, that's a screensaver, not that. Back it up right now, back it up. Alright. Let's find that mug. We're gonna show the mug. Ta-da! decorating our room. Half the time when I stream, I am like, let's talk about food. Mexican food, nice. I love tacos. We did it. Now take a rest. Definitely something we're gonna do. Thanks for putting yourselves out there. I had pasta and meatballs for dinner tonight. I thought that was a really great way to bring in the new year. Happy New Year! Get shit-faced and let's hope next year holds something greater. Yes! Wonderful. I'm gonna check our inbox after this one. I hope this new year treats you well. I know things are hard, but don't give up, okay? Oblivious Or! Hello! Welcome to our cosplay night and playing a game called Kind Words, which is available on Steam. It's a really, really awesome game. All about mental health. I think I did this one. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I like that one. Fireball and apple cider, here we come. Woohoo! I'm probably gonna have pink Moscato after this, to be quite honest. I'm very excited. How are you, Oblivious Or? Happy New Year! Thank you very much, Judge. I appreciate that. It's on sale on Steam, $3.99. Not bad. Not bad. I had hot chocolate earlier and want some more now that you mentioned cider. Yay, hot chocolate! All the hot chocolate. Nothing new yet. Alright. Back it up. Happy New Year. You are loved, you are cared for, you survived another year, you're doing great. Smell some pine needles, balsam wood next time you get the chance. They smell nice and make me happy. Something about smelling something that's not what I'm used to always makes me feel better. I don't know what. I kind of understand that. As strange as that sounds, like I feel like something that makes me really happy for those that like are book nerds, I really love the smell of like library books. There's just something about that, and just like older books in general, it just, there's something about it. The pine needles honestly like would be awesome right now. Just definitely in the season. Let's look at the request. Let's see what's going on. I feel that time does not pass for me. I should be doing many things, but anxiety breaks me into pieces. I miss what I thought was the girl of my life. I have no studies and I'm living far from my place because I came dragged by familiar things. That sounds great, Judge. I think I fall asleep at 3 a.m. these days. Most of the time, I don't want to sleep because that would mean waking up the next day and facing reality, as well as a load of work I don't want to do anymore. Wish me a good night, please. I wish you a good night. May you find peace in your dreams, my friend, and I hope that your tomorrows are far better than your yesterday. I love this game. It is made by Pop Cannibal, or Zeba. Zeba and Luigi both worked on this together, and they, I think, did a really, really good job with it. I really love this game, mostly because there's a lot of need for something like this, just to feel like you're not alone. So there's the idea of you could write letters to people that are in need of some love and, you know, pick-me-ups and inspirations. You can write your own requests as well. We had written some earlier. You could also write paper airplanes, and you could also read some paper airplanes. Decorate your room. I know, cute. Thank you so much, Random Paper Airplane. And with the stickers that you get, you can decorate your room. So we have a fish. Yeah, these are all real people. It's a big community of people, and it's really fantastic in every way. And the really nice thing I think about it is that, like earlier, right, we wrote some requests. One of the things was Happy New Year 2021 is here, y'all. What made you smile in 2020? What do you look forward to in 2021? Hi, JJ! How are you? Happy New Year! I used to love books, but now I listen to them all because time constraints. That makes sense. But I've read more books in the past year because I can listen to them. That's really awesome. I feel like I'd rather read the book than listen to the book. I can't get into audiobooks for some reason. And somebody wrote back to us. I smiled because I got a step closer to my dreams. I look forward to getting even closer this year and towards losing more weight. And with another request that we made, it's like at the beginning of this stream, we were talking a lot about the lack of care and empathy that other people have. And I was really frustrated, I'll be honest. And I wrote, I'm worried that people don't care about their fellow person anymore. Or maybe they never did in the first place, and my eyes are just open to that now. And a few people wrote back. Hi, my name is April, and I care about people. You are just surrounded by the wrong people. My husband says I care too much, and my cousin had recently posted the same thing, that she puts too much effort in for people that don't care. So some people are selfish jerks, some people are wonderfully caring. Please don't think we're all the same. I hope this new year brings new people into your life that show you that some people can't care, be worthy of receiving care from, and giving care to. Happy New Year. Good luck. Thing is that care takes effort, energy, and emotion, which can't be sustained perpetually. Like, I love my friends and family. Hell, I love this ridiculous planet with all its googly-eyed stick bugs, and incalculable amounts of diatoms and poets and space rockets. I want everything to be okay. But then also, holy crap, I need to sleep sometimes. I don't know if people are good, but they are people, and people are defined by being inordinately attached to things. But sometimes we need sleep. Another person wrote, it's hard to care about fellow humans, but a lot of us can't even interact with humans in person right now, which I can relate to. I hope that you meet some people who really care about you and about others. They're out there, and I hope you find some new people. I'm doing really well, JJ. Thank you for asking. I've been really enjoying this game and sharing it with all of you guys. It's one of my favorite things about this year that I found, and I'm just really happy I get to share it with all of you. And also, Ziba and Luigi wrote us a note saying, welcome to Kind Words. We don't want your inbox to start empty, so us developers wrote you a letter. We hope that you will enjoy your time here, share, grow, and help others do the same. If anybody else wants me to write a request, I can put a request in and see what notes we get from other people as well. So don't feel like you can't. By all means, you can always send it to me in a whisper as well, so you don't have to write it in chat if you don't feel comfortable. If you're ever feeling down, Hell's Moving Castle and From Up on Poppy Hill are my favorite movies. They're good, still good movies for me. Never heard of those before. But that's definitely something interesting. Happy New Year. Y'all think there's a light at the tunnel, a light at the end? I mean the true end. You have to suffer with your own conscious soul in another reality, or will it finally be the respite of a final ego and a passing of the soul? I want to think once it ends there is a final rest, simply quiet. Really deep. I don't really know how I feel about that one. I feel like sometimes I feel like we move from body to body. I feel like deja vu happens where you have like memories of a past life and things. or just feelings of like something familiar, even though you might have never experienced it before. I feel like the final rest could be calming to know about, but I'm not sure. And I'm not sure how to respond to it either. I might go to the next one about this. I have a lot of resentment bottled up inside of me towards people I live with. I've been wronged a lot in the past. I've done things. And it's just hard to forgive and keep quiet when no one is sorry or wants to. I have a lot of resentment bottled up inside of me. I've been wronged a lot. Done things. I do not have all 10, no. I have 4 of the pointy hat ones. I have purple, I have red, I have pink, and I have green. I don't have the other 4 colored pointy hats, and I don't have the other, like, top hat looking ones at all. So I think there's a total of 16 hats. Yeah. So I have the pointy hat ones this year. There's 2 variations of the New Year's hats. Okay. So with me, I have the ones that are pointed. If you want to see what they look like, I think I put a video into Discord. I didn't know there was pointy hats. Yeah. Let me see. New Year's hats, Animal Crossing. Yeah, so I will put this into chat for you guys. But yeah, it shows all the different ones. So I think in total there's 16 hats. So I have red, pink, green, and purple on my island right now. Yeah, I would love them. Alrighty. Sometimes having a second monitor is so great. I forget about it sometimes. Alrighty. So, let's hop into this. So, I have a lot of resentment bottled up inside of me towards people I live with. I've been wronged a lot in the past, and I've done things, and it's just hard to forgive and keep quiet when no one says sorry or wants to. Sometimes it's about making your own closure in situations. But it's also like I don't really know how this person may have gone about it in the first place. Sometimes in times where we are hurting, we have to create our own closure for situations where we may never receive an apology. Times like this for me, I've written down my feelings toward a person or a situation. I've crumpled it up and took a lighter and I burned it. Taking it away from my mind and also giving me the power to say that this moment no longer has power over me or my mental space any longer. If you're able to, write it out. I found that helps. Best of luck. Go back. If there's anything. Well, thank you, or I appreciate you. I might make a request. If anyone has a request too, I can always put that out into the universe too. So if there's something that you're worried about, or you kind of want to put out into the universe, like I mentioned, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to put that out into the universe. See what maybe our friends at Kind Words will say. I feel like right now, one of the biggest things that I constantly feel like I'm struggling with is the fact that I really miss my significant other very, very much. Being in a long distance relationship, especially during a pandemic, is really not easy. So part of me would like advice to keep going. Like, not that I need that in terms of keeping my relationship, but more so the struggles with that, because I feel like there are some days where it's just so hard and it hurts so much. It's one of my favorite things to do. This pandemic has not been easy in the slightest, especially since I am in a long distance relationship and I miss my significant other more than anything else. I want the world to be better so I can have him in my arms again. This pandemic has not been easy in the slightest, especially since I am in a long distance relationship with my significant other more than anything else. I want the world to be better so I can have him in my arms. Wrote a request. I will run this right over to the post office to be copied and sent out all over all set. It might take a little time for people to reply. They might even send you a sticker. In the meantime, maybe write someone else a letter. Hug 490, pass it on. Hug number 491, pass it on. Folding paper, preparing for takeoff. Good vibes are now flying through the air for everyone to catch. Last country, USA. Mine, Brazil. Pass it on. Last country, Brazil. My country, USA. Pass it on. I also feel like there's a lot of people on tonight, which is really nice. Because there's been a lot of paper airplanes tonight. Hello! You're making it. It's really hard, but you're making it. You're still alive and you're reading this. I'm so proud of you and I love you. You've got this. Pet dogs, hug kittens, smile at others. Be the reason people keep moving forward. Love you. That hit me weird. I think this time of year, especially with everything that happened this year. For those that are new here and may not have heard me say it earlier, even in this broadcast tonight, this year was really hard for me. And in March, trigger warning for those that also might struggle, I didn't want to be here anymore. And I thought that March would be my last month. My last days. And I'm really happy I'm still here. And I didn't think I'd say that. But I can. I'm really happy I'm still here. Whew. Or is a really, 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 really great person to hang out with. If you guys don't know Oblivious Or, they are a variety streamer and they are super fun to hang out with. You really won't regret that whatsoever. It's amazing how 7 or 8 months can really change everything. I would totally swipe on you on Tinder, thank you. I hope it's left or right? I don't remember what it is. There are many uncertainties in the world. Don't feel like you have to live a certain way or be anxious. You don't know what's going to happen. Uncertainty is what makes life so exciting. Live to the fullest. Do what you want to do. Life should not be filled with doubt received from others. I might read that again, just because, wow. There are many uncertainties in the world. Don't feel like you have to live a certain way or be anxious that you don't know what's going to happen next. Uncertainty is what makes life exciting. Live to the fullest. Do what you want to do. Life should not be filled with doubt received. I didn't know you or know you existed in March. Now I don't know what I would do without you. You're trying to make me cry. I don't know what I would do without you either. I'm exactly short of that. Happy you decided the way that you did. I'm glad that I did too. This night always makes me feel really emotional. Going into, like, it's like ending a chapter in a way. But this year especially, I feel like tried me more than anything else. And I grew so much this year in a lot of different ways. And I wouldn't have seen that growth if I had done what I was thinking. Paul Blart Mall Cop is a timeless masterpiece. If anyone has the same opinion or wants to add more, pass it on. I hope to get more paper airplanes that talk more about that. I think that would be great. I've heard it in the chillest land, and yet on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity. It asked a crumb of me. A crumb! A crumb! Person knows. Maybe they watched the broadcast last night. Ugh. Ugh. You're my little pog champ. Oh, that's cute. I feel like I'm gonna have to go through this VOD afterwards and like make a compilation of like all my favorite paper airplanes because there's been so many. You're not stupid for making mistakes or not seeing them coming. That's not how mistakes work. They just happen sometimes. Then you're better off from then on because of what you learn from them. It may sound dumb, but it's true. It's not even dumb. That's insightful. I feel like we're really quick to be our like toughest critic and say that like we made mistakes or we screwed up. I really like that. I like that a lot. Or inbox to see. Nothing for this one. Maybe we'll get some in a little bit. Baby airplane. Someone also got mint chocolate. That was mine. Chocolate chip cookie dough was mine. I responded. That's cool. Oh. Happy New Year's Eve. May your days be more bright and cheerful in the next year. I really hope so. I think 2021 will be good in more ways than one. I know there will be a lot of things that challenge us all, probably, more ways than one as well. You don't have a dad or your dad doesn't love you, then I'm your dad now. I love you all, my children. That's how I got TB as a son. I'm your dad now. That's how parenting works, right? Right, Penguin? You are worthy of the love you receive. Take compliments from those who give them to you, even if you don't believe them in the time it's their gift to you. Hi, child. Hi. Keep her going. I love you too, Random Street. In regards to the dad one of my favorite things on Reddit is people who are grandparents and then become Reddit grandparents to people. It's wonderful. I love that. I feel like that's why I miss volunteering with my grandpa's community. He works in like a big lives in a big community of elderly folks in our area. And I loved volunteering and working with them because I feel like they all adopted me and I had all of the grandparents in the world. That was really special. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, everyone. Just remember that you are never alone in this world and that me, your family, and everyone that came before us loves you and wishes the best for you. Lots of love from, I'm gonna totally butcher your name. Monoculus? Sure. Scotland. There's really people all over the world on this thing. It's really awesome. When in doubt, just go outside and smell some fresh air. If it wasn't so cold outside, I'd consider that. But it's cold, so I'm not doing that. Listen to your heart. Really listen. It'll tell you what to do. Mine usually tells me to eat. That's the one thing with older folks is a lot of times they just want someone to talk to or listen to them. The thing I miss about my grandma is just listening to her stories, and that's what I miss about the with the pandemic. It's made my relationship with my grandpa a little bit more strained because I don't want to put him at risk. So we have phone calls every so often, but it's not the same. And I feel like even now it's hard because there are so many grandparents that can't see their grandkids and see them grow, and it's really so sad and so hard. That's why I feel bad for my aunt, going back to her with her kidney situation. Like, my cousins are a little selfish in a sense with some of the decisions that they've made. Now she can't see her grandkids. It's rough. Let's be kind this year to ourselves. Heck yeah! You is kind, you is smart, you is important. Holding the paper, ready for takeoff. Good vibes are now flying through the air for everyone to catch. Change the radio station again. Yeah, I really like this. I really like the lo-fi music. If your plan doesn't work out, just know murder is always an option. JK, but seriously, keep safe from the virus. You don't know how special you are. You're a beautiful, caring, funny, amazing human. I love you. Aww. Sometimes I wish you can keep the airplanes, but it's because of the moment that it comes, I think, is really just so wonderful. May your dreams visit you on a swan-pulled chariot, and may the Silver Lady grant you a night's rest. Sleep tight, friends. See you come morning. There's an imposter among us. Good vibes, dealer. Regret is deeper than the sea, but love is longer than the way. Gonna need a lot of swans to pull my ass. Oh. Yo, you know what I want you to do? I want you to tell yourself that you are awesome without any of the jokes or sarcasm or but of any sort. I am awesome. You guys can do it with me. I am awesome. Look at myself in the monitor right now. I am awesome. That was making fun of me. I am awesome. Ta-da! Marigold. Thank you so much, Marigold. Let's do it. Got lots of hugs. Another one. That was me. A new year can come with new problems, but let's hope only good things, I think, is what they meant. Let's hope only good things come instead. So proud of everybody for coming this far. It was hard, but everybody is here so strong for doing so. Good things to come. Yeah. Let's swap room. Decorate. '2020 sucked, at least for me. Let's try and make 2021 a treat and spoil ourselves for all the hardships we went through. Sending love. Happy New Year. I wish everyone on here the best. It's gonna be a good one next week. Heck yeah. For me, it's only 2 hours away until the new year. And I'm already really excited about it because I have every one of you here with me. Yee! So thank you for being here. Whether you stayed for a little while, for the whole year, parts of it. Just me. He was kind, he was smart, he was important. Lots of love and socially distanced hugs to you. That was mine. I'm really, really happy with how we're ending off. We'll be back in the new year tomorrow night. March with our best foot forward. Pass on all the hugs and love and giggle fest. All of the other great things. I'm about to throw down with one of my pups. Brought out some New Year's Oreos and she keeps putting her mush underneath the phlegm and licking the cookies. It's rude. This game is everything. I love this game. Someday I'll have a stroke and die against my will. Even as they bury me, I'll think about you. The Frenchie is doing that, of course. It's okay to get angry about the things that have come and passed. It's okay to be sad right now. Sad things have happened. You don't need to keep your emotions in check at the moment. Get up, jump around, scream. Your emotions are your own. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I love that one. That one is fan. Game has been something that I have loved this year. I love Animal Crossing. I love Mario Kart. I love drawing. I love singing. But this has been a very special game, and I'm very happy that my brother found it because it's been incredibly special. And the community within this is very special. Happy New Year, everybody. I got a cheesy voicemail from a friend of mine, so I'm sending it over to spread good vibes. You know 2020 had been hard for a lot of people. The fact that we're here now means we are super strong and can handle a lot more than we. Golden Oreos or original? You decide. Is that the Golden Oreos or original? Off it goes. Off into the void it goes. All set. It might take a little time to prep people. You're welcome. I'll let you know how that works out. I love me some gold. Sweetheart, if you like EDM or lo-fi hip-hop, try No Taker or Hazy Year respectively. I really like them both. Oh, and try Mystery Skull's Ghost. I'm gonna take a picture of that one because I am gonna look into that. I accidentally bought them and I can't go back. I feel like I really like both, but I feel like it depends on the day, really. I feel like the Golden Oreos are like a special treat to me. I haven't had them in been a while. I would say I like them both, and it really depends. I love Oreos in general. I feel like the weird flavors, though, really drive me nuts. Like, there was the mystery flavor. I don't remember what it was, like a Airheads kind of thing, and that was weird. I always find the names Sweetheart Honey, Sweet Berry Grating. Could be a southern thing. I think it depends on the way that it's said. Because I think when I say honey, it depends. Honey is usually for metal, and that's different. But sometimes it's meant with sass, like honey, or sweet. Why? Happy New Year to the peeps on the Greenwich time zone. But yeah, I think in the South, I think it's even more so. I don't think we hear it a lot up here. I feel like that's why most people use it in the first place. One day you should try mango creamy soda. Don't knock it before you try it. Never usually like fruity sodas, so I don't think. Happy late birthday, Flower. Okay. I think we're gonna add this into the rotation. I really enjoyed this a lot. Making mistakes is is an important part of growth. Even if you're an adult, we all need to learn that people make mistakes. We gotta be kinder to each other. Everyone goes through a rough patch at some point. I want to try the lemon Oreos if they're still a thing. I love lemon sweets. I used to not like lemon until I was like in college, and I used to just drink lemon like water all the time. Not even lemonade, just like lemon water. And I started to really enjoy this like lemon flavored things more so because of it. And we definitely will. I think this could be a really cool chill night. Maybe we'll add that as an extra during the week or something. I know, I'm a baby. Aw. I don't like overly sweet sweets depending again on my mood. Like, they're sometimes overbearingly sweet where it's just like too much. With some sweets though lately, like with Oreos, all I taste recently is salt, and I don't know if it's because of how they're processed or if that's just become like more salt in their stuff recently. But it's been overwhelming. See, like if I had the choice between like a sweet treat and like I guess like a salt, like a savory taste, I'm not sure. I really like pretzels. Like soft pretzels are my jam. If you take me to Disney World, I need a Mickey soft pretzel or I'm gonna scream. I watched Lost a few years ago before it got taken off of Netflix. My favorite character was John Locke. My favorite quote from him is, "Don't tell me what I can and can't do." I really love Cool Ranch Doritos. I could eat those day in and day out if you let me. I would rather a Cool Ranch Dorito. Remember that throughout it all, you have always been here for yourself. Every problem that you faced, every struggle, you've managed to make it through. Take some time to appreciate all the accomplishments, even the little ones. I'm so proud of you. I love that. Oh, we have mail? You got mail! Someone wrote me a letter. Alright, we got an answer to your question. I love popcorn. We got a sticker! We got Luigi's sticker! We got both of them now! I never had golden, so I'm gonna say original. Thanks for the sticker. I'm gonna give you the other dude. Oh, they have little kissy faces at each other. That was it. So we got one response to that one. Not bad, Judge. Not bad. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Let's check our request to see if it... I've always wanted to be in the city as a young kid, but my mother hates the city and wants to stay in the South with her family. I'm only 16 and have time, but I don't want to move far away with no one. I don't know what I want in my life, but I can't stay here anymore. I think that's one of like the hardest things is like you feel so attached to other people that you never know who might be in that next adventure. So although it might be hard to move away from family and friends, it may be worth that adventure, even if it's temporary. I feel like something that I found in college was that, like, although I didn't go very far for college, that was definitely a big exploration for me because I was in a different place than where I normally live. So I feel like kind of responding to them and kind of giving them that idea. Leaving what you know may lead and expose you to things you never knew you wanted. I might put that back. Might be a part of your transform, yeah. Whoops. I know how to type words. Leaving what you know may lead and expose you to things you never knew you wanted. Maybe scared to move to another place without those you know, family, friends, etc., but it may be worth the adventure to find new people that inspire you or support you. You don't want to delete everything, please don't delete everything. I feel like that something that helped me with that was college. I didn't go incredibly far away, but the change of place helped me learn more about myself and what I wanted to do for me. Taking that time to explore for myself without others I knew helped me grow exponentially. Leaving what you know may lead and expose you to things you never knew you wanted. Thanks, Judd. Off it goes. Tell me about something you need to get off your chest. Get the bad off your chest before 2020. I might need to get off my chest. I feel like I've already gotten a lot of that off of my chest. Something I feel the need to get off of my chest. I thought of something. My chest. I am lucky to have the people that I have in my life in this moment. At the beginning of the year, I thought I wouldn't see the end. And now I can't imagine not experiencing everything that I did this year. The good and the bad. Something I feel the need to get off my chest is that I'm lucky to have the people that I have in my life. In the beginning of the year, I didn't want to be here anymore. Now I can't imagine not experiencing everything that I did this year, the good and the bad. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. Here's the 2020. To get a few more letters. We got a new sticker, we got a model boat! We also have to put our new stickers up after this as well. Happy New Year. What made you smile in 2020? What will you look forward to in 2021? Getting paid, apparently. Another one. This is for judges. Gold Oreos or original? You decide. Got a sticker for this one too. A Captain Astronaut. Long before his last hurrah. Original, of course. Apparently they don't know your taste. They don't. We'll open up this one. We got a space seal! Oh my god, how cute is that one? Oh, I love that one. Hey P, I can't even begin to imagine how hard that must be for you. But you guys have endured a global pandemic. Think about how strong you guys are. It's a stepping stone in the journey of your relationship, but you have endured and you will get to see him again before long. Stick it out. You can do it. Happy New Year. Hey, I appreciate it. Give you the coffee mug. Like the coffee. That was very sweet. I like that. Made me happy. Oh my goodness. That was very sweet. Oh, more mail! Unless that was all the mail and I just opened it. I just opened it. I beat the moose. I beat the deer to it. Oops. Oh well. That worked out really well though. I like that. Back it up. Alright guys. I really loved this. Like a whole lot. And I hope you guys did too. For those that are here in chat or are lurking, thank you for being here. Thank you for making the end of 2020 as sweet as it has been. I hope you all have a healthy one. You have nothing amazing times in the you are going to party it up. A friend of ours, Five Penguin, who's doing Radio Igloo tonight to kick off 2021. So, I'm going to switch screens, and we're going to... But first, I do want to say, as I save the game really quick, get back to quieter. I am not sure, because I'm really digging how I look right now, so we'll see how it works out. But from the bottom of my heart, really, I said it once, I will say it again. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for being here with me night and every night live this. Whether you started off with me or you're starting off with I can't imagine. I couldn't like if you asked me at the beginning of the year that this is where we would be and this is would have happened, would have probably laughed. Especially with the mindset that I have. And I am forever grateful for every single one. You're old. You are no longer here with us in this. That you have made an impact. Thank you for all the laughs. Thank you for the different perspectives. Thank you for being my year. This year was very special. So really, from the bottom of my heart, for being forward to all of the next. Happy New Year. Please be safe. Please be well. We are going to pass the love over to F5. The audio is going in and out. Of course it is. It's probably because my voice was wavering through. The main thing is that I love you guys so incredibly much, and I look forward to all of the love, the support, fun, the games, the laughter, the giggle fest, all of it in the new year, for being here. Happy New Year to every person. We are going to party it up with F5. I hope you enjoy the beautiful music that he'll be spinning there, and else tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for Animal Crossing. Have a great night. Be safe. Love you. Bye, everybody.